Hello friends and welcome back to another video. Joel back with you, and today one of the questions I get asked a lot is, Joel, do you think the LG G6 is worth picking up over something maybe like the S8 or picking up the V20? It is no surprise that I love my LG V20, and so today we're going to look at 5 reasons why I would think that maybe not to consider the LG G6. Let's take a look. The first reason that I would consider is in the United States, you are not getting a Quad DAC in the LG G6. And that's a bummer for me to see, because in the V20, the quality of this amplifier and digital analog converter is just so good that when you put on a good set of headphones or earphones in, the music really does come alive. So I'm a little disappointed that the US version does not have this. It does in some like Korean models or some other regions does have it. But for a lot of people, they're going to miss out on the Quad DAC from the V20 with this LG G6 in the United States. So that's a bummer for you. It might be in your region, but it's not in all regions. The second reason that you might not consider picking up the LG G6 is that it comes standard with 32 gigabytes of storage. 2017, that's hard to imagine when a lot of versions are a lot bigger. The LG V20 itself, it came with 64 gigs of storage right off the bat, and I know there's a lot of cloud storage options, and I'm so glad that it's not 16 gigs like yesteryear or 8 or less, but 32 gigs just seems kind of smaller for a flagship device right now. I would love to see 64 gigs on a $700 plus phone. Now, number 3 is that the LG G6 isn't a huge upgrade in the processing power. This is a Snapdragon 821, which is the same that's on the Pixel and Pixel XL. It's the 820 on the LG V20, and you're not going to see a noticeable difference between the G6 and the V20. And now I understand that they couldn't go with the 835 because it's quite not ready yet, and the production's not there, but it was a little bummer that they kind of rushed the G6 to get it out and they weren't able to get the 835 out. So it won't be a noticeable difference. It'll still be pretty fast, but that's something to consider when things like the S8 and Sony's lineup later in the year will have the 835. Number 4 thing to consider with the LG G6 is that on the United States model, you have Qi wireless charging, but everywhere else you do not. So whereas the LG G6 lost the Quad DAC on the United States model, they gained wireless charging, but then you're like, you know what, the rest of the world, you don't get wireless charging. So if you're outside the US and you really wanted wireless charging with the LG G6, you're gonna be missing that, and that's kind of a bummer. I mean, that's a really great thing. I have my charging pad here for Qi wireless charging. It's such a good convenience, and that's a huge selling point for like the Galaxy S7 and other lineups like that. So we'll see if that really affects people's purchase, but that's something to consider with this. And one of my last points on considering maybe potentially not buying the G6 is you don't get a removable battery with the G6. Now, the new body with the glass and aluminum is nice, and it's kind of like, you know, that S7 clone-ish there, but you miss out on a removable battery. And I wouldn't be able to have this crazy 10,000 milliamp battery built in here if I couldn't remove the back and stick this in here. So it's nice to have the removable battery on the V20. You don't get that with the G6, and I understand you need that for the water resistance and everything like that, but if a removable battery is super important to you, you're gonna miss that on the LG G6. So those have been just a few things to consider with the LG G6, and maybe that it wouldn't be that great of an upgrade. So maybe you could pick up an LG V20 for a real cheap price through your carrier or Amazon or somewhere else, and that would be a great upgrade, and that might be something you would consider. But if you really wanted like the water resistance or some of the other features that the G6 has, it's still a great phone and it's a lot of great things. I'm not saying it's a bad phone. I'm just saying these are 5 things to consider before buying that might turn you off from this phone. If you haven't seen it already, I did a video on the 5 reasons why you should consider buying the LG G6. We're platform neutral here. I love this phone. I think it's got a lot of great things, but there are some things that make me scratch my head here. But guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been fun checking out these reasons for or against the LG G6. If you like this video, give me a like down below. Tell me what you think, whether you're gonna pick one up. I love to hear from you guys. I appreciate all your comments. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for watching, but as always, you keep it classy.